What up, guys? Welcome to Beyond the Lockers Pro Edition podcast, a podcast where we discuss all things dance and cheer within the pro world. I'm your host, Calvin, and on today's episode, I have a brand new guest with us today. Yes, we are entering into season 4, and as you can see, we are entering into our viral visual content era. I am so excited, and I got the one and only Chenise Johnson with me. Now, before we get started, let me tell you guys a little bit about her. She has done various projects around. She has done David Mates Man. She has done A Haunted Mansion 2. She has traveled international with Natty Natasha. She also has her own new company called The Work Lab. She also has done cruise ships. She's done Walt Disney World as a performer and as well as an NBA dancer. So everybody, let's welcome Chenise Johnson to the podcast. So,
Calvin, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm excited to be here.
I know, I am so excited. I was like, you know what? It's time to bring this podcast back. It is time to go into the visual content era, and here we are. And you are literally the first person that I thought of. So,
wow, I feel so honored. I feel so honored.
I am so excited. So, now that I gave everybody the little breakdown and everything, why don't you go ahead and tell us, like, when did you first start dancing and what got you into dancing in general?
I think a lot of people don't know, but my mother was a dancer. My mom and her sister, they're a year apart. They grew up dancing since they were little, never really had the access to take traditional ballet classes, but you know, they making up dances in their living room and they're trying out for the cheer team and they're making it, that kind of stuff. So, you know, growing up around age 4, she put me in my first dance class. And I was that kind of kid that I'm doing cartwheels, I'm doing performances for my immediate family, and then in front of a crowd, I'm like this. I am now shy. So that first recital was my first true, almost like core memory to where I'm like, oh my God, I love how this feels. I love the process of us getting the choreography and perfecting it and then performing it for a crowd and how that felt like, you know, hearing the applause and everything like that. So I've been hooked ever since. Like I did do different things probably from like age 4 up until age 11 and 10. And then around 11 Israel, when I really started taking dance seriously and getting into competition dance.
Okay. So it's a family thing. So it started with the mom and aunt, and then it moved down to you, and then hopefully down to somebody else, but we don't know yet. So, when did your dance journey career start, as far as when did you know that you wanted to go into it being a more professional and everything like that?
Okay, so I think I was probably in the 6th grade and I had a dance teacher. I'm from Palm Bay, Florida. Shout out to the 321 Countdown County. But I'm from Palm Bay, Florida, and I had a dance teacher at Nicole Cody School of Dance. Her name was Kim. And she was like well into her 30s, had a kid and everything, but she auditioned for the Orlando Magic and made it. Super, super talented. So while she was on the team, we did a junior magic dance program, and majority of my crew that I danced with competitively were probably like a year or 3 older than me. So I kind of like snuck into like that senior age group that was like 13 plus, and I really should have been with more of the juniors, but it's okay. It's okay. And then just seeing their process and like how glam they were and how nice they were, and then seeing them perform on the court, I was like, oh,
that needs to be me.
That needs to be me. How do I sign up to do what they're doing? And from there, I kind of just like continued to hone in on my craft. It was kind of in the back of my mind in high school and college, and then closer to college, closer to the end of college, I'm more so thinking of like, all right, like, yeah, I want to do this like with my degree, but like dance wise, like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? So that's where the bug came from. Yeah. Okay,
so speaking of that, After college and everything, you graduated, you stayed in Orlando.
I didn't.
You didn't? Where did you go?
I had a big girl PR internship in Dallas. I found out maybe like 2 days after I graduated college in December 16th, maybe like the 20th. They were like, hey, like we actually do want you. And I'm like, oh, God, is this you? Because, I grew up with my mom watching DCC. So,
Oh,
yes,
so you thought
yes,
about
I thought
doing
about
Dallas.
DCC. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I took a road trip with my family. My dad was the one doing most of the driving, put me into a little studio apartment in Dallas, made friends, all that kind of stuff. And I started like just getting like the bug to do pro dance, pro cheer. Met some friends. They're also auditioning for DCC. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Why not? Why not? And I made it to finals. I didn't get to training camp. And funny enough, like on my way here, I was like thinking about this process because I knew I would bring it up. But like I remember a lot of girls are like crying and like really sad that they weren't going to training camp. But I really felt positively on like what I presented to the judges to where I was like, it was just out of my control. There's nothing really else I can do. Like I'm seeing vets get cut. I'm seeing like people that are, it's maybe their fourth time trying. They still don't make it to training camp. But I kind of just looked at it more as like a positive experience of like, okay, if I ever do want to come back or if I want to try for another team, I have this under my belt and I have like another experience,
So with you auditioning for DCC, because I'm going to be a little bit nosy and a little bit messy.
It's okay. You always are.
What they portray on the TV and everything and the docuseries that they had, is that actually how it is when you did audition? Or was that just over, dramatic size just to get the views and everything? Like, is people like actually sitting there dancing? Are the coaches sitting there like actually critiquing them, or is it just like body size this and that, her foot's not turned out? Like, is that how it was, or was just like a regular audition?
Oof. Okay, so I auditioned summer of 2017, and I can say how the docuseries presented the process and everything. That's pretty much my experience. Like, I was probably 30 pounds, 20 pounds lighter than I am today back then. But yeah, you would see them you would see the cameras, you would see them kind of like, talk like this and things of that nature. You would get interviewed by producers. It was a lot. There's tests, there's different kind of interviews, there's photos, there's videos. You're performing it on the field probably like 4 times back to back. Like, it's a lot. And I think what is portrayed through media is pretty close to at least the audition experience I can speak on.
Got you. So after Dallas and everything and you auditioning and you not making it, was that a cue for you to be like, hey, let me come back to Orlando and let me see what Orlando has to offer me? Or did you do something else after that?
Okay. It was a multitude of things. My internship was 6 months. And then at the end, when we first started in January of 2017, they're like, the goal is to like keep you guys on longer and do like, go from internship to like a apprenticeship or a protege type stuff. So, we're all vouching for that and trying to get that. So I don't get that. And I don't get DCC, and I'm looking around, I'm like, oh gosh, okay, what's keeping me in Dallas? So I think I had at least like 2 days of like, woe is me. And then I'm like, I'm 22, I'm young, I'm fresh. Like,
I need to live.
And I knew about Orlando Magic. I didn't want to move back home per se, but I did want to be a little bit closer to my family, which would be about an hour away. So I just moved. There was nothing else keeping me there, and I just took it as a sign of like, okay, this is an experience.
Okay,
let me move back home.
Okay,
and I want to say by the time I moved back home, like 2 weeks later, was the process starting for Orlando Magic.
And with that process of Orlando Magic, can you walk us through that journey of auditioning, the boot camps, the learning the dances, and then eventually making the team?
Yeah. So you and I are around the same age, so we've seen it from the ground up. Like, but for me, like headshots wise, I knew I needed some headshots, and I already kind of just recycled the outfit I wore for DCC because, broke college student.
And plus, they did not see what you were wearing.
They didn't see what I was. They didn't see what I was. Thank you. So I remember like going outside my family's home, and I had like a makeshift tripod. Like Amazon wasn't even really popping like that, so I had a makeshift tripod. Took a photo of myself, printed it out, went to Walgreens, that kind of stuff, the general 8x10. And then I knew that I wanted to get in front of the coach's face. They had like a series of like prep clinics and stuff. And at the end, they were offering a girl a spot for finals. I didn't get that spot, but why are you laughing? I didn't get that spot, but I felt accomplished in a sense of like people were kind of like coming up to me like, oh, where you from? Oh, where are you from? And then like I'm plugging like, I actually had a dance teacher that was an Orlando Magic dancer. Oh yeah, I also was a junior Magic dancer almost like 10 years ago.
Oh, so you kind of snuck that in.
Yeah, I'm sneaking that in there, networking a bit. And it's helpful to see familiar faces, especially if you know you're going to audition. So after the prep clinic, 3 series, the next week was the open call auditions, and it was fast paced. It was fast paced. Shout out to Michelle Vaughn. She came in, she taught us a really funky like jazz funk routine with some hip hop elements and some technique elements. And I was like, all right, here we go. And by the end of that day, you found out if you were moving on as a finalist.
So not like how it is now, where it's like virtual, the in-person, and then like 3 to 4 days, and then semifinals.
It was that old school open call numbers. You get your number there. You see who you're up against. Like you see all your competition in the flag. It's a lot. It is a lot. And then it's like you're waiting with everyone else to hear your number called for the next round, and then the next round, and then the semifinal or the final round. So.
And it's not like how it is now where everything gets so social media wise.
Yeah.
So you physically had to sit there.
I can say that I felt like this year they did start implementing social media a little bit. Like I remember there were some hosts that are typically like Orlando Magic in-game hosts. They were on Facebook Live. So there was that aspect. But as far as like finding out via social media, no, that was not such a thing at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I auditioned for Wizards back in 2019, everything was all 1 week.
Yes.
And it was nothing social media.
Yeah.
It was audition.
Yep.
You had your 2 to 3 rounds. You find out if you was a semifinalist. The next day you have boot camp, whatever that was.
Correct.
Then you find out if you was a finalist. After that, the next couple of days, you're learning all these different routines, your audition, and then by that Saturday or Sunday, final showcase, you find out if you made the team.
Yeah, that's basically what it was for us. Like, let's say the open call was Sunday. Then the live finals was that next Sunday. It was pretty fast. And yeah, it was a similar process. It was some interviews, some more boot camps, and boot camps meaning like, fitness tests, and then like you're drilling the routine that Michelle taught. That's our final routine. But then you're also learning like a palm routine. And then by that time it's like Saturday, Sunday. And so we're getting ready for the final show. And then I found out like that we had like in the midst of our palm routine, we have to kind of do it like a solo. So I remember like being at my brother's gym like an hour away, just trying to like hash through my little solo. And I did not do it full out until the actual day. Yes. But I'm young. If I was to do that today, I need some practice. At the time, I was 22, so it's a different ball game. Yeah, it was easy. It was easy.
And then I know going back, because I did my little research and everything.
Of course you did.
You were the black girl with the afro, and then you guys were dancing in heels. Not many teams now are dancing in heels besides, I want to say maybe 3.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
How is dancing in heels compared to dancing in sneakers? Like, which one would you prefer? Would you prefer like, hey, let me go ahead and bust a 1-2 up in some heels, let me look good? Or you're like, let me just relax and chill, put on these sneakers, and then bust out like a good 1-2 turns?
Whew. Okay, so first, I decided to be strategic on my look, and I looked at the previous team, and I'm gonna be honest, I looked at the girls that like look like me, and I was like, okay, they're not wearing their natural hair. Okay, let me just go for it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? But they loved it. Everybody loved it. And it was like, oh, the girl with the fro. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I like her. Like, so you're able to, like, identify me by something else other than my dancing, which helped. Because then you're like, oh, yeah, the girl with the fro. Oh, yeah, she's really good. You know, so you back it up with the dancing. You already stand out based off of your look. Can you back it up with your dancing? Word of mouth. And as regards to heel, I had never danced in a heel that skinny before in my life. Like some block heels, yes, maybe took a little 1-2 heels class because that was like slowly like coming up in social media. I loved it. It felt like I felt feminine. I felt powerful. I love taking heels class to this day. I love performing in a heel to this day. I had a couple of mishaps. Thank God, those weren't caught on social media. My friend Olivia, like her heel broke at one point. Like, some stuff happens, but it was fun. However, I do like getting grounded, like in a sneaker. So I like them both,
Okay, so shout out to the heel makers and everything, and
yes,
we love a good heel,
and we love a good heel technique.
Technique. Now, if you can't dance in heels,
if you ain't got that bevel, let's go to ballet class.
Okay, so just to deviate just a little bit,
of course.
Your resume is impressive.
Oh my God!
So
stop.
What was your first actual like music video, or because you have been doing quite a few movies and shows and stuff like that, so what was your first real break? Was it David Makes Men, or was it something before that?
Professionally, outside of Pro Team, my first real like big professional gig was doing something corporate wise in Orlando, and they flew in a choreographer from LA, and I got to just be a part of that process, and a couple of us that were on the team got picked to do that. And that's when I was first like, oh, there is more to the pro team. I can do other things. I can still do this and do it at the same time, but like there's other things. Then we had a young lady, shout out to Jessica, she was my rookie sister. She got booked to do a Latin tour her rookie year towards like the last like 2 months of the season. And then I was also like, oh yeah,
I could do that as well.
Yeah, there's the Latin world as well. So it was really just like peers and friends that kind of like put things in my head to where like this is also possible. And as far as like full on TV or movie, David Makes Man was my first break. I sent in my dance reel, so always make sure that dance reel is on point
and up to date. And
had to send in a few photos, and I booked it just from that. And it was in the prime of COVID, so getting COVID test every single day in Orlando on Universal Studio lot. But it was so much fun. It was so much fun. And especially like you never know if you're really going to make camera time and whatnot. And so I wasn't really that pressed on that. I was more so just like thankful for the experience, getting out the trailer, taking things in. But then when I watched it back though,
your girl was in the front.
I said, we're on camera.
We're in the front.
We're in the front. So that was obviously a good feeling. Yeah.
And then from David Makes Man, that's when things fell into the Haunted Mansion 2.
Yes.
I think you did the Tyler Perry, the Jazz Blues Man.
I wish I did. I did submit, and this is a learning
process.
lesson. Like you don't get everything you submit for. Shout out to the people that did get that job, though.
Shout out to you guys.
In regards
help a brother
to,
out, please.
I will say a lot of my big breaks, so to speak, have come from knowing people, and I feel like that's something that people don't always admit or talk about. They're like, yeah, like I just got picked out from an open audition, and
my dancing
I booked it. My dancing was just 10 out of 10. No, that's not me. Like I'm honest with myself. There's always room to grow. I find myself being very talented. Like, put me in the room with a lot of really good people, I'm gonna pull up. But that's not always the case. So a lot of these things I got just from whether it's having a really good headshot, having really good dance reel, or knowing someone that was already in the
Exactly.
room that thought of me. So maybe saw me via social media. Maybe I
Mm.
know them from real life in person. And they're like, oh yeah. Actually, Shanice, like, can you text me your body shot, your dance reel real quick? Oh, okay, cool. Literally, that's how I booked Nati Natasha. I was like, oh, okay, like bet.
So you're telling me that all I needed was a dance reel, a headshot.
Invest in the headshots. The
But
old heads say it all the time, but it's true.
And it's also good to be like, hey, do you need an assistant for a class? I could definitely assist you. I can help you come up with choreography.
And don't get me wrong, like, that's not going to keep you in the room. Like, if you cannot dance, but you have the best headshots, yeah, you might get in the room from that. But they're going to be like, oh, this little boy can't dance. Okay, like, we're calling so-and-so, like, hey, come in. So you absolutely still have to have the talent and still have to have the work ethic, but people sleep on a good dance reel and headshots.
And how was it navigating from in front of the screen to being on a big stage, internationally dancing with Nati Natasha? Like, how was that?
Yeah, there's no takes. But I will say I did learn from doing David Makes Man to just always go balls to the wall, because you don't know what take they're going to pull. They're going to take the best take of the actors. They don't care if you kick your face in one take and then it's like 90 in the next. So they don't care that you were maybe like, you didn't pull up on your triple pirouette. Yeah. Okay, but did this actor really convey? Do I really like get what they're feeling in this take? Oh yeah, I do. Okay, I'm gonna pick that one. So from there, I was like, no, I always need to be on 10. And then I just applied that to performing via stage because you only get one take.
And then the stage wise, you're sitting here dancing for 1 million people. And it's like, okay, well, can't go back and do this step again because she got the next set to do.
Correct. And then you like think of it this way, like just as via a movie or a TV show where you're like, you're just trying to make sure your angles are right. They're capturing you in the best light. Like apply that to stage, because if I'm close to the artist, I'm on somebody's cell phone and you don't know where this is going to go. So I'm like, let me make my face needs to be on point. Even if I'm not next to the artist, like you just never know. And you want to present your best dance self.
I love that because I did a few artists before and a lot of people think, yeah, it's just fun. I can't wait to do it. No. I mean, it is fun.
It is fun.
But the hard work behind the scenes is it's
stressful.
It's very stressful only because they are very quick to be like, all right, well, this person is not really pulling up like I thought they would, so let me go ahead and call somebody. Like, they always have somebody on standby if you are not looking.
Your replacement is not even around the corner. Your replacement is in the room.
Like Abby Lee Miller said, y'all, everyone is replaceable. Okay?
Everyone is replaceable.
You could be that A1 dancer. You mess up one time.
Hello. Hey, you're 5'7", right? Dark skin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
you could do a flip, right? All
come in tomorrow.
All right. I just need you. Let me go ahead and send the videos over. Like,
yeah. Let me just clear it with the producer, but we got you booked.
I kind of live by that now because at first I was like, really? But now, yes, everyone is replaceable.
Everyone's replaceable.
That's why now I try to go 110%. But I'm always like,
also,
let's do a one and done.
Not to get off the track, but saying you always go 110%, you ate this season. Y'all, Calvin ate down this season. First season as a captain. Like, I was so proud just watching the clips and everything. I didn't make it to a game yet. I will make it to a game next season. But I was so proud of you. Like, the attack was there.
Thank you. I also, with that, I just tried to do me. Yeah. But also try to prove that, hey, this is the reason why you made me captain. Ooh, this is the reason why I'm on the team. Yeah. And on top of that, I'm the first captain. That's first male captain
Round of
making
applause.
history.
Insert round of applause here.
Being on that team.
Love that for you.
So not only being a male dancer on an all-female team, but now being a male captain, co-captain on an all-female team as well. Even though we have boys on the team, people just think, oh, Miami Dolphins, all females.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Miami Heat, all females. Oh, the Cavaliers, they were co-ed, but they went back to all female.
A couple of teams have gone back to all females.
So when you think of an NBA or NFL team, you just automatically think all women industry, which it is. So that's why every time someone asks me anything about being on the team, I'm like, I'm just appreciative about all the women that's on the team that invited me in. Because at first I was like,
is this for me, maybe?
Yeah, do they really want me on the team?
Oh, I hope I didn't give that.
I mean...
Oh,
kind of did.
First impressions are.
Okay, so a little sidetrack, right? So when we auditioned my rookie season, we were partners, okay? So we had to
explain to them like how people get partnered, or so to speak, like
so to speak, with how our team does it is we do like a showcase, we do solos, we do a exit dance and everything. But when it comes to doing the audition routine, we get paired with another person.
Ideally, like similar vibe, dance, that kind of good stuff.
If it's two girls, like the same build, the same hair, the same style. So me and Chenise got paired together, and I was like, "Oh, okay, we about to go in."
Which we did.
But the day of the showcase, we were backstage, and I was like, Are you gonna do the hairspring?
Also, shout out to Dana, because girl, what? Explain to them like the actual trick.
So this is how I got introduced to Dana. So the dance was extremely fast. It started on a 4. We had about 3 songs. Mm-hmm. And the trick was...
It felt 2 minutes long, too.
Mind you, the dance was like, 30 seconds?
It
maybe like 45.
Wasn't that long. It just felt long. It felt long.
But the trick was you go into a kip up, into a head spring to come up to go into a turn.
Yeah, immediately, like maybe like 4 counts after that head spring was a triple pirouette.
So we're backstage, and before we get called up, because there's like a group on stage now, we're looking at each other, we're getting pumped, like, are you gonna do the handspring? Are you gonna do the kip up? Like, are we gonna do it? In my head, she was like, yeah, I'm gonna do the kip up, I'm gonna do the handspring, this and that. When we get on stage and we start dancing, she does the kip up. She does not do the handspring.
She does the triple pirouette.
She does the triple pirouette, but she does not do the head spring.
But she never told you she was going to do the head spring. So we have conflicting views of what actually happened. My version of the truth is you do ask me that question. And I'm like, yeah, that trick, those tricks are a lot. And I tell you, I'm just doing the kip up.
Not like, even a forward roll, just the kip up.
Just the kip up. I feel like you conjured up like, oh, maybe she was trying to like sabotage me. But you ate that because you do both tricks.
She was. And I was like, oh, I'm trying to make this team, because at the end of the day, a lot of guys auditioned, but only 2 made it that far. So I was like, it was either you take the both boys, you take one, or you take none. So I was like, well, I mean...
And the year before, they didn't take any boys.
Exactly. That's why I was like, okay, I'm also coming to an all-female team in Atlanta.
Y'all, that's not what happened, though. That's really not what happened. I told Mr. Calvin that I was not doing the head spring.
Well, let's just say we both made the team.
Yes.
Okay. But that is not how I remember or recall.
That's okay.
But it's okay. Because we did it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we both made the team. We are both fine now. But that is always like a running joke whenever we come back together, because I'm always like, did she really try to sabotage
me? And I'm over here like, he lying on my name.
So with that, you just picked up everything and you came to Atlanta. And I want to say we were still in the midst of the pandemic and
Yeah, we
everything.
were.
So you auditioned 2020, 2021.
Correct. I auditioned for the 2020-2021 season. And this is Atlanta Hawks, by the way. I don't know if we clarified that. I feel like people know, but yeah, it was all virtual. It was all virtual until the final day. All virtual.
So how was the virtual thing? Like, how was that?
I had done video submissions before. It was more so I was just a bit stressed, like trying to find a space. Mm-hmm. So a lot of my videos are in the place of where I was living at the time, or like I had just barely started working, teaching a class at Divine Dance Studio, but then the pandemic happened. So every now and then I hit her up and be like, can I come in here and film something real quick? So other than that, though, it was fun. Like, there was a lot of different Zoom sessions of, like, getting to know the semifinalists, the finalists, and, you know, we're trying to figure out who our partner is, and we don't know until, yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was a long process, though, because I feel like on the back end, they're trying to figure out how to safely do everything. Mm-hmm. Like, we're in unprecedented times. You don't want anyone to get sick or get someone else sick. So there's that aspect. But other than that, it was fun. It was a little weird, though. Like, the first time I'm meeting, like, potential teammates is the day of the big...
And we all got a mask on, so I could only see your eyes and
yeah, we took that mask off when we did our 2x2 routine and put that mask right back on, and that was it.
Now, see, I don't think I can do that.
You would have did fine.
I mean, I would have did fine, but my whole thought process would have been like... Okay.
You had to be very like...
Now we're on Zoom, and then you started to glitch, and then I'm trying to figure out what you're saying or what the move is.
We're working out in our living room and whatnot and learning dances via Zoom.
And I learned everything backwards or on the opposite side. So when fully coming in, I'm like, oh, now I got to sit here and switch everything now.
Oh, got you. Okay. That's true.
I probably would have been like, all right, I'll see y'all the next season.
Yeah. But also think of it this way, like something that I've always done, even when I'm doing like studio competition, is I like to see the competition. So they decided to have a live stream that year because I think in the past, they have in the past done like, you know, a live final showcase. So they have a live stream. I'm like towards the end as far as going. Shout out to Jada, love her. And that was my partner. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna watch. I want to see what the setup. We didn't even see the setup. I was like, I want to see the setup. I want to see how girls are looking. And some girls are like, oh, I can't watch. I think Foxy was like, I can't watch. I'm like, I'm gonna watch. And then here comes Haley. She was like, oh yeah, I want to watch too. Like, so she's watching with me, and we're like, oh okay. Oh okay, that's where we'll be. And I'm just, you know, seeing what everybody's given.
Now, see, when it comes to auditions and stuff, I love it's very conflicting because I'm like, I'd rather be first to get it over with, but I'm also like, I'd rather be last so I could sit and watch everybody, see what they're doing, and then if I want to change things just a little bit, I can do it.
I don't mind being first. I never want to be dead last.
Because then everybody has already.
It's just,
at least put me like
people
middle.
Watching me. You and I were middle. You and I were middle. Typically, I'm middle, so I don't mind. I like being in the middle. Don't mind going first. Would hate to go last.
So for the past 4 seasons, I've always been middle. So I've always been like almost close to the end, but not towards the end.
Is it because you're mid?
Anyway.
Shade.
The shade of it all. Do you guys see that?
You see a glimpse of the seasons we've had together.
So many things have been said.
So many things. Nah, keep going now.
So, throwing that shade, rolling off the back. Now, on our team, everyone has either full-time student, part-time, full-time work. Mm-hmm. How has it been for you to balance a full-time job and then essentially balancing part-time but full-time with Hawks? Because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, it's part-time. It's part-time with full-time hours, guys. Mm-hmm. So how was it balancing work life with dance life?
So I did have some practice with the Magic. Was I full time? Eventually, like towards the second half of the season, I was full time at
Mm-hmm.
Disney and stuff. But I had some practice with that as far as like being professional and like scheduling and like getting this situated, getting that job situated. But and then my first COVID year, everything was a bit limited, so
Mm-hmm.
it actually was like very a bit more part-time vibe, and it was chill. It was pretty chill as far as like how many games you were working. The next year though, I'm like, whew, okay, here's a real
It's
season.
getting in there.
Here's a real season. So it really just took me, if I'm not at a game, getting to bed early,
Mm-hmm.
waking up earlier to get more work hours done, or just staying on top of um, my work, staying on top of my fitness life, my eating habits, that kind of thing. And then when I was captain the 23-24 season, I just had to really hone in.
Yeah.
I was working some crazy hours, but it was worth it because I had a great year. And I really wanted to finish on like
A high
a nice
note.
high note. But you have to be organized. You have to be really,
Yes.
really organized. Because the moment you're not, everything just trickles down and starts to fall apart.
And that's what I learned being
Yeah,
captain.
I'm sure. I'm
Is
sure.
being organized. So after that, how did, with you being on the team for 4 seasons and then you being captain, like, were you like, okay, I can finally put in my 2 cents and my takes and show the team this way, and the culture is this and that. Like, how has it being captain for a team
Hmm.
now helped you out as far as like, okay, if I wanted to go ahead and do my business, at least I know I could do it like this.
Mm. Oh, I would say just working underneath our director, Donnie, I learned a lot of good, just key things in how to operate as far as like professionalism in the dance world. And then additional people that work at Hawks, I was able to see a
Hmm.
lot of different things on the back end to where I'm like, okay, I know it's on my heart to start this choreography business. This is something I want to mock it after, or like this is something I learned. Oh yeah, like just like being prompt and
Yeah,
like that clear communication and all that kind of stuff. So it helped me out a lot,
a lot.
a lot.
And
And then
did you
that's why,
love?
yeah, I encourage everyone, like, if you're on the fence of auditioning for a protein, to just go for it, because you can learn so much just doing 1 year, you
Because
know?
that 1 year is a
It's
lot.
a lot of
It's a lot.
overload. It's crazy. Like how many uniforms you have, your practice schedule, your game schedule, how quickly you have to perfect these routines.
These
Like
appearances
it's
you
a
got to be on.
it's a mind puzzle. It really is.
Mm. So with that, did that help transition you into creating your own business? Like, was it okay, now that I have these tools and I have this mindset and I have people asking me, like, hey, do you teach classes? Or hey, are you doing like prep classes or anything like this? Is that what brought you to coming up with your own business and everything like
A
that?
little bit, yeah. My first like choreography job, I was like in the ninth grade, and I did it for my local middle school. I didn't even go to that middle school, but they had a dance team and they needed a hip hop routine for competition. And my friend that we danced together at our studio, she was like, "You want to do this with me?" I'm like, "Okay, cool." And from there, like, I got bit by the choreography bug. Like, mind you, I didn't have any experience under my belt. Is all
Just out here
yeah,
choreographing.
especially professionally. I'm not here choreographing it. No shade. That's what a lot of these people do these days. I don't know. I just like jumped into it. So it was always like, even if I didn't go
Mm-hmm.
pro, it was always something on my heart and mind. And then once I stopped dancing for the Hawks, I just really had enough time to like sit down, map everything out, how I want it to look, and it would only elevate as the years come.
Mm-hmm. So, guys, she is now a business owner of the Work Lab. So, can you go ahead and explain to us what the Work Lab is and what does it offer?
So I'm always saying work. Work, WERK, work, you know, all of that. So I was, as far as the name, I'm like, well, why not? And then lab, I'm thinking of like, we're perfecting something. It's it's not gonna be perfected. This is the process to perfect it. And so immediately I'm thinking of pro team, and not necessarily how to make a team, but more so like these are skills you need to have or should have to at least audition in the best light, or at least have the best season you can as possible. And then on top of that, I do a lot of choreography for dance teams and studios. So I just wanted something that just fell underneath my creative dance umbrella.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I do master classes, choreography, and pro like dance team classes that are geared towards pro team.
Got you. So how is yours different from other prep
things? Maybe. Yeah, there's a lot of
there's a lot of prep.
There are, like, here's how to make the team.
Yeah.
And I don't, honestly, a lot of it is like talent, raw talent. Like I've seen it. We've seen it with our eyes. They'll take somebody that's essentially a no name, but has like that raw talent, as opposed to somebody that's really, really polished, has been taking all these prep classes, but maybe they are lacking like that punch. And a lot of times, that personality. And a lot of times they cater towards, at least for certain teams, they will more so pick someone with that punch and that personality and that spice, as opposed to like, okay, like, yeah, she's polished. So like my business is more so just like, let's dance. And in the dance classes, you do get tools and resources that'll help you be successful. But I'm not necessarily selling like, I'm going to get you on a team in June.
Exactly. I'm giving you the tools to help you, whether it is whatever team you want to go for.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, just don't come to me just thinking that I'm going to get you on the team.
No, never that. Never. I never want to sell that. Nah, that's not me.
Got you.
Because I didn't get on a team that way, you know? I was taking my iPhone photo and have my little natural hair out, went to Target, don't know what to do with these products, and I had just not made an NFL team, and I'm trying for this team, and a lot of it is really trial and error. But what I did have was like the talent, the personality, and the performance quality. And those are those key things. Like, those are those key things.
It's people just think, oh, because I have the cute face and I could do the triple turns and the best outfit and the rhinestones.
Yeah, I'm vlogging my process.
I'm going to get on it. No, what I'm seeing is you have to be hungry. You have to really want it.
You have to. Especially if you're going like as a rookie, like you're trying to get on the team for the first time, you have to have the mentality of, I am going to take so-and-so's spot. And I hate to be that blunt. And like true. A lot of times people are like, kumbaya, yay, dance team. But that's facts. Like you really have to try to have that fire to be like, I'm taking her spot.
And I love you guys. Like, I love you guys. Like, I would come in and I would joke and I'd be like, ooh, are you ready? I would throw a little shade here and there. But as soon as we are learning,
it's like, what's up?
I don't know you. We are not friends.
Nope.
We could be the best of friends. But as soon as it's time to start auditioning,
y'all, like, literally run the tapes to when you and I are going, like, back, you know, back in 2021. Like, we didn't really know each other like that, but it was a good vibe. However, like,
when we hit that stage, I was like, I might be a guy, but you know, I'm about to take this.
Let's get it, Calvin. Like, okay, what we got?
Because like I said, in my headspace, I was like, out of all the guys that auditioned, they only took 2. And then I was like, they either got to take both of us, one of us, or none of us. So I was like, I need to dance undeniably my ass off.
You have to take me, essentially. I'm giving you no other reason. I've been good in my interviews. I've been good throughout the finals week. You know, people have these great things to say about me. When it matters, talent, dance, you have to take me. That's how undeniable you got to be.
Like, I could be good on that whole professional side, the talking and everything. But if my dance is not matching up, there's no reason for you to take me. Yeah. I wouldn't even say that. I'd be like, you really put me on the team? Me?
You'd be like, dang, I must be cute then. Because, like,
and in my career
Okay.
of being on a pro team, I have seen some things where I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm
And
like,
there's a lot of different
okay.
optics that go into that. There are. Honestly, for the most part, like for me though, like the teams I've been on, I've never really seen that to be like,
It's one team that I've been on previously to where, because it was my very first team, which was the Miami Marlins when they were co-ed.
Yeah.
And when we did it,
they don't have a team anymore, right?
So they do have a team, but they went back to the Miami Mermaids. So it's back to the all-girls squad.
Gotcha. Okay.
But when they were co-ed, it was the Miami Marlins Energy Dance Team. They had a few people on there, and I was just like, are we sure about these people?
Did we just need some numbers?
Did we need fillers?
Oh, they're alternates. Are
like, they alternates? Or, because I'm going to be honest here, in Miami, it is always based on looks and aesthetics. Yeah. So I was like, okay, the dancing is subpar. It's not really there. They could get away with it in the back, but they're really attractive. They have that look. They have that, I could put you on the cover or I could put you on the banner and stuff.
Or like the corner girls. Like when that TV's in that corner, I want you there standing there because you're so pretty. We're so handsome.
So I'm just like, okay, now I feel like in this time of age, especially dancing pro world, I feel like the teams are definitely elevating. The choreography is elevating.
You gotta dance.
So I feel like you need to be able to hit that
step. You have to be able, like, within the last, you and I have been doing this for pro wise almost over 5 years. So within the last 5 years, we have seen it elevate to where like the hip hop used to give like
cute and just look at the camera, blow a little kiss here
now it's a pocket. Now it's groovy. Now it's like it's
by
the
step. End, and no one understands. Like, yes, we practice for this amount of hours. We're learning this amount of dances. Yeah. Little do people know, these dances are only 59 seconds long. 1 minute and 5 seconds max. So the fact that we're doing all of this within that time frame,
and don't let us do a halftime performance. I used to be low key gassed, like, okay.
And I was excited this past season because we ended up doing a lot of
and that's
halftime performances with different artists. Yeah. But some of them I was like, all right, y'all.
Okay, let me conserve. Is this a milk?
I'm like, my tour life is not what it used to be, because after that first song, I was like, all right, y'all, I'm tired, but we got 3 more songs to do.
It'd be like that.
But I mean, I was very grateful because I was like, no other teams are doing this, and then no other teams are having captains do it.
Yeah.
So I was very excited.
That's like Hawks give me some great experiences. Like I traveled to Abu Dhabi and Dubai, traveled to the Dominican Republic, went to Vegas, I went to Portland, Oregon. Fast forward to like my first year not being on the team, I'm choreographing a routine for you guys, or I'm involved in your audition process and the semi. Like you can get some great opportunities if you just kind of like show up and be a great person, be a great teammate, and essentially
play your cards right.
And not even really play your cards right. Like it's really just like they will see that on you if you just show up. They'll see that on you, and then they'll be like, you choreograph, right? Or like, oh, okay. Or like you take photos. Like, what did you do?
So how was it going from being on the team to now choreographing for the team? And not only your choreography went from our team, but it went to 2 other teams as well. So how was that?
I love y'all. I love y'all down, but I do be critical. And so like when I'm like watching different things, I'm like, okay, Kendall, you could have did that. I'm only saying Kendall because we love her. But yeah, it's like I love y'all and I'm just watching and I'm like, okay, like you just wish the best for the team. And so for my choreography to then get put on like the Portland Trailblazers and the Skyhawks and
Mm-hmm.
everything. I'm just grateful, and I'm like, it just
And it's
makes me a
opening up
little
more
bit more hungry
doors.
to do more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So essentially, you being on two teams, how was it different being with the Orlando Magic to now being with the Atlanta Hawks? Like the culture wise, the dance wise, like was it kind of the same, or was it a little bit different, or was it like, okay, this is the exact same thing, just a different team?
Funny enough, like we just performed back in 2020. We're talking about
Mm-hmm.
the Facebook Live audition, right? We just performed, and they told me, they were like, Shamia's gonna pull you over to the side right after you perform, and you're gonna give a quick little live interview. I'm like, okay. May post this on my story one day. I have to put my mask back on, and I'm breathing heavy. Again, shout out to Michelle Vaughn. She did this routine. So I'm breathing heavy, and Shami's like, oh my God, oh, that was great. Come on, Shanice, let me talk to you. And she's like, well, how did you think you did? I'm like, oh, I think I did so great. You know, it's a different style than I'm used to, but da-da-da. She was like, so you were on a team before. Like, how was that team different and da-da-da-da? And it's not even that, like, I didn't want to bring up the differences, but I wanted to more so, like, shed light on, like, no, this is the team I'm going for now. And, like, this is the present. This is what I hope my future is going to be. But to answer your question, it was similar, but a little bit different. I kind of got thrown in the front by the choreographer preseason for Magic, but as like maybe like in other teams, you're gonna like warm up to that because kid you not, that preseason with Magic, like I'm all off my lines and my boxes. Like again, I'm just 22-year-old Chenise with the afro. It's just like, yay, dance, full out, go. And I feel like the vets are probably looking at me like, girl, hit your step. Like, get it together. But it was a lot of fun. Like we had we're like wearing heels throughout our concourse when we're greeting fans of that nature. But in Hawks, we're maybe like freestyling with the band. So it's like that kind of differences. Towards the end of Magic, we started doing more hip hop routines, but a lot of it was more jazz and jazz funk. Hawks, my first couple seasons, it was like maybe more jazz funk and hip hop. Then, like my last couple seasons, it's a little bit more hip hop. Yeah,
I know, and the hip hop has been hip hopping.
The hip hop has been hip hopping. If you're not a hip hop girl at all, I don't think I would audition for an NBA team. That's probably a hot take. That is probably a hot take. There's probably a few that you could still audition for, but majority and the really good ones, I don't think I would audition if I knew I wasn't strong in hip hop. You can't fake hip hop, Calvin. You can't fake hip hop.
Yes, you can, because this is hip hop. You can definitely fake it. So now that we got through everything, this is one take that I am really big on, only because sometimes I go through it.
Okay.
How do you handle the stress and like your mental, health and everything while balancing everything? Because like I said before, even though they say it's part-time, it is a full-time job on top of your full-time job, or if you're a full-time student, on top of life, on top of everything else that you're handling. So like, how do you handle, or like what advice would you give to somebody who just feels like a lot is happening all at the same time while still trying to maintain being in front of a crowd and taking classes, and your coach is like, we're doing this full out, this and that? Like, what advice would you give?
Man, keep that mental together, but don't be afraid to take breaks from dance. So obviously you can't take a break in the middle of the season. But when that season is over, regardless if you want to come back or not, it's okay to take a break. However long that break is, like 4 months, 6 months, it can fly by. But in those 4 and 6 months, like work on yourself. Like, okay, like I want to get this hobby under my belt, or I want to learn a new language. Like find joy in other things outside of dance, to then when you go back to dance, you're like, this is why I loved it.
Mm.
And if you go back to dancing, you're like, this is why I took a break, then it's okay to step away.
Yeah.
But I love dance. It's going to be a part of me forever. So journaling has helped me a lot. Finding different outlets in activity. Like, we're burning so many calories working a game, practice, doing so
Exactly,
many
a
different
lot.
things. So I had to find other ways to stay active, and like, so strength training, Pilates fusion, walking outside. Walking outside just boosts your serotonin levels so high, something like that. Maybe finding people that you love to vent to, getting a good night's rest. In season, getting a good night's rest. Calvin, are you getting a good night's rest? He's not. I know you're not. And so that looks like you literally have to map out, whether it's on your phone calendar or your, like, you know, printed out calendar. Oh, I don't have a game. Oh, nothing. Okay. I gotta be asleep at 9:30. Just gotta be strict about it.
And I'm gonna be honest. You're getting the tea. I'm gonna be honest, like, this past season, with now becoming captain and everything, it did kind of feel like I was like thrown into things. I mean, I was, but I was like thrown into the captain role. So I was learning as we were going what, you know, how to be a captain, what captains like essentially really did behind the scenes and everything. And at one point I was like, I'm done. I'm over it.
And what
like, I
made you
can't do
continue?
it.
What made you continue?
What made me continue was after one of our games, I literally sat in my car for like an hour. Just pure silence, like car off, nothing. And I just sat there and I went back and I was like, this is what I love to do.
Oh,
I was like, I love dancing. Like, this is my life. Like, this is all I know.
And see, clearly that poured out for me to, like, not even go to a game, but see that out of your heart, out of you via social media or via YouTube and whatever dancing and like coverage of the games I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing that light shine out of you.
You know, it's like, what is my life without it? Only because I've been doing it for so long. And I was like, I love being on the court.
Yeah.
I love meeting the fans. I love greeting the fans. I love, you know, everything about it. And I was just like,
and that's why you come back. Like, if something starts to feel like a chore or starts to feel more like a job, like, yes, we get paid, we have to be professional,
and
this
that's
is what we
what
do,
it
but
was for me.
If it's starting to feel that way, then you reevaluate, check in with those feelings. If it's still feeling like, let's say it's March and you were still feeling like that, it's like, okay, well, then maybe this is my last season.
And I think that's what it was for me. I was like, even though it's a job, it's a fun job. I think it was more so of,
not many people get to say they do this in a lifetime.
now this is not a fun job. And it was at one point only because I tried to not take vacations. I tried to be at every game, every practice. So I was at every game. As a captain, you are there every single game. So every game I was there, every practice, like, I didn't miss anything. So at one point I was like,
perfect attendance award goes to Calvin.
Comes to me. But I was like, I felt like I was drowning at one point. I was like, everything is coming on top of me, this and that. I'm still learning. Then on top of that, I'm trying to make sure I represent because I am essentially the only male captain. So I was like, Then on top of that, I'm like, from where I started to now, I was like, I got to represent for the fans, because at first, I'm not going to lie, my rookie season, the fans were not,
but
they were not here for me.
They had to warm up to him.
They had to warm up to me.
They had to warm up to him.
They had to warm up to me.
He got posted on Candy's Instagram story.
And I think that's where it shot off. But I was like, okay, now, like, the fans love me. You know, the fans know my name now. Like, even guys are like, hey, I just want to take photos with you.
Yeah.
When at first it was like, I don't want you in my photos. I don't want you in
the photo, just the girls.
So now it was like, okay, now I see why I'm doing this. I see why I love this. I see why I want to be here, to me coming to realization that I want to do one more year on the team. So I'm like,
Wow, so you're
I
going
have
into your
to.
last
I
final fifth
know.
year. If you make the team,
If I made the
if
team,
you make
because
the
like I said, it's
team,
never
it's never
guaranteed.
guaranteed. But how
But
does that feel going into like, because all you've been is NBA Calvin?
exactly. And
Ah!
it feels good, but also bittersweet because I know for me, this will, if I make the team again, this will essentially be my last season.
Oh gosh, that's so traumatic to say.
So even though it's traumatic to say, it's a realization
Yeah.
that I got to get with. It's life. Like I can't do this
Yeah.
forever. I
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, somebody is in their
And
their
also look at it
age.
this way, like when I was like flubbing through the feelings of do I come back, do
Mhm.
I not? Because although I did lead with my going into my fourth season, like this is my last season. 4 years, like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Perfect. Towards the end, those feelings start to be like, I mean,
Do I got
physicality
another
wise,
season
I
in
do have
me?
another season in me. But yeah, it's just a lot of things like you're going through now and you think of. And I also started to think of like, well, also me not coming back gives another girl
The
another
chance,
shot to
an
live this, to
opportunity.
have this
Mhm.
opportunity, or give another guy another shot to have this opportunity. So I feel that's really beautiful to me. So I'm like, I feel content.
So that's what we are now.
That's where we are now.
So with that, what advice would you give to a hopeful that is auditioning for any team, whether
Mhm.
it's NBA,
Mhm.
NFL, NHL, guys? Hockey also has dance
Hockey, they
team.
be dancing. They be
MLB,
dancing.
even collegiate
Yeah,
colleges. Like,
yeah.
what advice would you give to a hopeful?
Oh man, I would say don't let that no stop you. You're
Mm,
going to hear a no in the pro dance team world.
hmm
You've heard a no. I've heard a no.
Multiple
We
times.
multiple times in the pro dance world. Like we can go on, but don't let that stop you. If dance is truly your passion, continue to go. You can always go back to that team the next year or try another team. So I would just say, but at the same time, like be realistic in your goals. Like if I never took a hip hop class before, I shouldn't expect to make an NBA dance team.
A hip hop dance team. Now there are some NBA dance teams that is more jazz based than hip hop.
Fair. But
But
even
if you're
still,
not
like
that
if you
strong,
never took a hip hop class, they probably wouldn't put you on that team either. So hone in on those skills.
sorry, babes.
Do that research, hone in on those skills to just have the best presentation of yourself as possible.
And definitely do your research on the team. Like, do your research.
It's so easy. You literally just gotta look at people that are currently on the team. Okay, what were they posting around audition times?
What were they wearing?
What were they wearing? What kind of dance did they do? You can research all of that, especially
sorry,
in this age of
guys.
social media.
Exactly. And I'm a guy, I don't wear makeup, but look at the makeup.
Look at them. That's a lost
doing.
art these days. I feel like since the pandemic, we've gone into like the minimalist makeup, but I'm a millennial, you're a millennial, we're 30. Like, I want to see you beat your face at an audition. So please come with the full face.
Come with the full face.
Please.
So, I have a little game.
Oh, okay.
And it's regular, but it is called Vibe Check. And it's whether this or that. So, it's whether you like this one or that one.
So, what would I say? Like, if I don't
So,
like it?
I'm going to give you two, and then you're going to just be like, I'll do this one.
Okay.
Or that one.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
So, practice or game days?
Practice.
No, why?
I like the process. I do like the process.
Okay. I like the process, but I love game days.
I do love, like, if you said performance, I would have picked performance. But the full game day, like, I like the practice.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Hip hop or jazz?
I'm going to say hip hop. If you said jazz funk, you didn't say jazz funk.
Okay. I'll take it. Hip hop.
I don't know if I'm on my leg these days.
Ooh. Tunnel or center court?
Center court.
Okay. I get that to you. Sneakers or heels?
Heels. Why? I love a line. And I'm a little fast, so heels just make you look a little fast.
Okay. Dance cam or t-shirt toss?
Ooh, t-shirt toss. I feel limited in those stands. Dance cam, I can do. Or
Okay.
no, sorry, t-shirt toss, I can go full out.
Okay. So when I came to Atlanta, I was thinking dance cam, we about to go in because the team that I was previously on.
What were y'all doing in those stands?
So with the Washington Wizards, our dance camp, we were physically on the court dancing for that long amount of time.
Okay.
So if that timeout was 2 minutes, we were on the court dancing for 2 whole minutes.
That's fair.
And we were on there doing kip-ups, head springs, turns, Allison Combs.
Love that. Love that
so
for y'all.
So when we came here,
and
my
our
first
version
one
of dance cam
was in stands.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, no, you can't move like that. You got to keep it real conservative and cute because you can whack somebody next to you. People are coming down.
Exactly.
You don't want to knock over somebody's
I had
nachos.
a whole guy. The whole guy was like, "Hey, can you not dance next to me?" And I was like, "Let me go down one step." I had one guy that was like, "Hey, I just want to record with you as you're dancing." I was like, "Okay," but at a certain point, I was like, I'm just going to give a little 1-2 step like I'm at a barbecue because it's not so much you can do and it's only for the fans.
Yeah, it's really for the fan experience.
And it's like trying to get the fans to dance and everything. Yep. So, okay. Yeah. But I will also do t-shirt toss as well.
T-shirt toss for me.
Halftime dances or a hot timeout dance?
Halftime. Again, I love like the creative process and like towards the end of my last season, I started I got involved with doing the entire Latin halftime dance. So I was really grateful for that opportunity. So I love that. So them hot times out be so fast.
So I have a question about that Latin dance.
And
I'm gonna be a little messy. What was the thought process of,
why'd I do I'm gonna be honest, like I've been to a lot of different Latin concerts and a good portion of the set or like a certain song isn't really necessarily like dance based. You're just trying to hype up the crowd. And I stand by that artistic choice. I bet you was breathing. I bet you got your breath in.
I didn't though.
Oh, see, that's on you then. Be a smart dancer.
I'll know that for, next season.
There you go.
So, hair up or hair down? Because certain teams, they give you that look and that's your look for your season.
I'm going to say I was typically natural throughout the whole season. So hair up for practice. Y'all saw me in my little twist or braid out. Hair down for games.
For games.
Yes. Or appearances.
Okay. And I think I would say hair down as well, only because I love a good hairography. Like,
me too.
Especially if I could capture that one good photo.
I love a girl that can dance with her hair. Don't let her hair dance her, but like she can just, I love that.
Because we love a good figure 8.
We do love show them what a figure 8 is.
Figure 8. For the people that don't have hair, you just got to use your neck.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
A hype crowd or a buzzer beater moment.
Oh.
Like that. It's like that. Ooh, we're both tied up. We're right there. We need that point.
We've seen Trey have a lot of buzzer beater moments.
So many times.
Gosh, but I do love a hype crowd because especially like that crowd is like on his feet, extremely hype. We have that hot timeout and it almost feels like, oh my God, y'all are cheering for us. Yes, you're here for me. I like how that feels, but I love a buzzer beater moment. Yeah, especially if from that buzzer beater, we do not go into overtime.
And we love not going into overtime.
We love that.
So, next one is, let's see, the next one will be All-Star Game or a home game performance.
Oh, man. Nothing beats a home game for your home fans. However, if the NBA ever wants to bring back like the all-star dance mix and not just like, I just like, I'm torn because I do love the aspect of like, we're in San Francisco, so we're gonna use Golden State Warriors. I like it. It makes it feel more like we're in San Francisco. Like you feel the vibe. But then
I miss that mix.
I do miss the mix up. But so because I never experienced that, I'm gonna say home game performance.
Okay. And then last but not least, I want it to be a little
Of
messy.
course.
Beyonce or Rihanna?
Beyonce, aka / Blue Ivy, because she is eating
Okay,
down
she's
that
eating.
choreo.
She's eating. Okay, she's eating.
Yes.
Baby
yes,
B.
Baby B.
So, thank you so much for coming on to the
Thank you for
show, the
having me,
very first
Calvin.
episode
Cow,
of the new
cow.
season. I am so excited to, do this new journey
I'm proud of you.
and everything. So tell everybody where they can find you, plug in your social media, plug in your business and everything. Just let the people know where they can find you.
Absolutely. So again, my name is Chenise Johnson. I am on almost every social media platform. Chenise J. That's CHENISEJ. And then my business is the Work Lab. So work with an E. Yeah.
Work with the E.
Follow me on everything. We've got classes coming up, and I do choreography and master classes. And
go ahead and book her.
Go ahead and book me.
Go ahead and book
you'll
her.
see me around Atlanta. So yeah, thank you, Calvin.
So thank you so much. I'm so excited for this new journey, the new visuals. I am so excited. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this so we can grow. And I will see you guys next time with Beyond the Lockers Pro Edition podcast.
Beyond the Lockers.
Bye.